This CD gives you 1,000 card quotes that you can print off again and again. You'll find every theme you could possibly think of for your cards, and you can also blow these up, print them a little larger or smaller to use them on any of your other paper projects. So stick with us. We're going to get inside the CD, take a look at how to print and some of the options you've got there, and we'll also take a look at a lot of sample pages from this CD. All right, well, let's jump right in. We're going to insert our CD. Now this CD is compatible for both Mac and PC users. If you've got a Mac, you may find that your startup window won't come up right away. You'll be given a couple options. You'll want to click on the little scroll icon that says Start Here, and then you should get a startup window that looks like this. So let's go ahead and make that a little bigger. This is your startup window, and it shows all the books that you'll find on the CD. So if you scroll down, you can see you've got a lot of options here. Once you've picked one that you'd like to work from, go ahead and click on the image of the book. And that'll open it right up for you. Now you'll want to make sure that when the book opens, that it's opening in Adobe Reader. It can open in a variety of different programs or browsers, but you'll want to make sure it's opening in Adobe for when we get to the printing stage. So if you don't have Adobe Reader on your computer already, it is on the CD for you to download. If you've already got it, just double check now to make sure that it's open in the proper program. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom out on our page here so that we can see the whole thing. And you'll see here we are inside one of the books. We can scroll down through all the pages in the book and take a look at what's inside. And let's take a break now and move back down to our table. I'll walk you through some examples I've printed off from the various books that you're going to find on this CD. There's really a lot, so stay with us. You've got 29 books in total on your CD. Let's take a look first here at the 5 Sarah books, words and quotes that you're going to find. The neat thing about these Sarah book pages are that you're going to find a couple different categories. You'll start with some titles. And these are going to be good openers for a book or to put on your card front or the front of your project. Then you're going to find some lead-ins. The story. And you can see this is helping you build with quotes that coordinate flow to your project. You've got another page from story here from one of the books. You can see how the styles will match on a given page. You'll have different quotes that coordinate. You'll find a page of words that coordinate with the theme. Some of these pages will be on white, others will be on this off-white background. Here's another page of words. This one is larger. And then a page of closures at the end. And that's going to give you a nice way to sum up either a Sarah book or your feelings inside a card or on a page, helping create that flow. So that's your first set. You've got also some Card Makers Card Quotes books. And in the front of those books, you're going to find a page of tips for how to embellish your card quotes. You'll notice that we show inking, chalking, some different techniques that are going to help you embellish those quotes. You also will find some project examples. These will give you some ideas of how to use the quotes that you're going to find. And that can help you get jump started on your own projects. And then we'll jump into some of the quotes here. You'll find coordinating sets of quotes in the card quotes books. You've got usually 2 or 3 pieces that coordinate. So you've got something for the inside and outside of your card. You'll find 2 pages from overlay books, and these have got some color quotes in them. You're not going to have that overlay look unless you print onto an overlay yourself, but you will have some color tags to use, some colored quotes. And you've got some holiday themes there as well. Here are some more pages from the regular card quotes books. You'll notice you've got those great large focals for the front of a card and then the message for the inside. So that makes the process really easy for you. Here's a Christmas one. We've got a Christmas tree shaped quote. And there's the inside. Quotes about family. You're going to find all sorts of different quotes, from definitions to quotes of famous people or just inspiring sayings. Another page here with a coffee cup, chocolate, themes for every card you could possibly need to make. There's some friendship quotes, thanks. You'll also find on the CD some sets of word fragments. That's these guys. So you could print these out, cut them apart, and you've got some nice accents to your project. They come in a couple different colors. You'll find them on gold, on copper, and on silver or pewter. And these make lovely accents to your project. And they've still got that kind of metallic look even though they're printed on normal paper. And then last but not least, you'll find 12 sets of fabric stickers. I printed off just a few of those to share with you. Normally these would be printed directly onto fabric. You're going to print them onto paper probably, but you're still going to get the color and the different shapes and types of quotes that you'll find. You've got some nice borders along the side. Now normally these stickers are larger than 8.5 by 11, so we've scaled them down to fit our paper. But those borders would be perfect for some card making or some smaller scrapbook pages as a border on a photo or journaling. And there you go, that's just a small taste of all the artwork you're going to find on this CD. You've got 3 different options when it comes to printing off your card quotes, and I'll walk you through those now. First, let's take a look at one of our smaller books. Let's go down here to these word fragments. Because they're smaller than 8.5 by 11, we don't have to worry about scaling them down to fit our page, so we can print them exactly as they are. Go ahead, and once you've got your book open, go up to the print icon. Go ahead and click on that. It's going to open your print window. You're going to want to come down here to Print Range and select Current Page. That means that it's going to print the page that you have up on your screen. If you come over to the print preview here, you'll be able to see that page. And as you come down here to page scaling, you can go ahead and select None. You don't need it to scale down your image because you want to print at 100%. And you can go ahead and make sure it says Auto Rotate and Center. Go ahead and double check on your print preview here. Should look about like this. It's going to print at exactly 100% the image size. And you can go ahead and click OK to print. That's option number 1. We're back to our startup window now, and I'm going to show you how to print some of those images that are a little larger than our 8.5 by 11 printer paper. If you come down here to our fabric stickers, they are a little larger than our page. Let's go ahead and open one up. You could go ahead and print this all on one page, and I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. Come up here to your print icon. Now you're going to hit to print this. You've just got one page, so it's just going to print all. Come down here to page scaling, and you want to say shrink to printable area. That means it's going to scale down your images to fit your page. And if you come over here to the preview, you should see that all of that artwork is on one page. It's going to print the whole thing for you, although it will be slightly smaller than 100%. Okay, so that's the first option with this page. If we come back to it though, let's say we want to print at 100%. So what we'll want to do is come up here to our zoom button, and we're going to zoom to exactly 100%. In this case, we're going to need to zoom out a little bit. And when we've got it to 100%, we can kind of use our scroll bar on the side to center ourselves over the area we want to print. Let's say we want to print this play tag and maybe friend. And once we've got ourselves centered over that, you can come back up to your print icon. Select print. Again, page range is going to be all because we've just got one page, but we want to switch that now to say current view. That means it's only going to print exactly what shows inside our window. Go ahead and take a look at your print preview now. You'll see that instead of seeing the whole page, we're seeing just the section that's in our window. Over here where it says page scaling, now you want to change it to say none. And again, you can double check that you've got the proper view in your print preview. It didn't change much when we changed the page scaling because we've already got large enough margins on the sides. If for some reason it had been close to the edge of our margins, you could also select to fit to the margins so that it doesn't clip off the edges of your image. But now we're set to go. If we print this off, it's going to print at exactly 100% the way the image would have appeared in the original product. Okay, so that's option number 2. Stick with us and we'll take a look at one more. If you want to save your printer paper or ink, here's a neat trick for you. Let's open one of these Sarah books and I'll show you one last printing technique. Let's zoom out a little so we can see the entire page we're working with. And let's scroll through until we find some artwork we'd like to work with. Let's say we want to print this Explore Discover tag, but we don't need all the other artwork on the page. Here's the way we can do that. Go up to the Tools section of your toolbar. Click Select and Zoom and make sure you've got the Select tool selected. Then you can come back down here to your artwork and we're going to draw a box around the piece of artwork we want to print. Once you've got that highlighted, come back up here to your toolbar, click on Edit, and you're going to hit Copy. Once you've got it copied, go ahead and open a Word document or some other document you can paste that artwork into. We're going to open a blank Word document here. Come up to the top, click Edit again. This time you're going to paste that image. And it appears in our document there, very large. So if you'd like to scale it down a little, you can click on the corners of it here and drag them in to make that image a little smaller. Use the ruler guideline at the top of your document to give you an idea of how large it is. And you can really use this technique to make this focal fit any project you're working on, whether you want it a little smaller for a tag or a card, a little larger for a page or another paper project. You can really make it fit whatever you're working with. So let's take a break now. We'll go down to the table and take a look at some of the printed pages using those techniques that we've just covered. All right, here they are. First off, we took a look at printing at 100%, just selecting Print Current Page. Then we took a look at how to print the entire page of something. These fabric stickers, for instance, that are a little larger than our 8.5 by 11 page. We can shrink them to fit the page or print them at 100%. And maybe you're not going to see a big difference here, but you can see that the one we printed at 100% is a little larger. Then last but not least, we also took a look at how to select a single image from a page of artwork and how to print that off a little larger. So there it is. We could make it larger or smaller to fit our project. And those are a few ideas for you. I've got a couple other printing tips now. If you wanted to print on normal paper like this, you certainly could, but you could also print on a variety of different paper surfaces. Here I've printed some card quotes on vellum. You're going to get that nice color. This is a lavender vellum, so you're going to get that color that shows through When you've got a border like this, it gives a nice distinct edge. You could even use some of the black ones. You're going to get that sort of see-through look on your words themselves. You could tear these out, cut them, and mat them however you want. It also works on specialty papers. We've had great success printing on some other fun papers. Here's a suede paper. You can see the fun texture that adds to the quote. We've got a leather paper here. And you can see that fading out at the edges gives a really nice touch on this leather paper. Here's an example on cardstock. Printing on a heavier weight paper gives kind of an extra shine to the printing and can add some nice color to your project. I've also got one more here for you, printed on patterned paper, which you might not initially think of, but printing over light texture or pattern can add some fun details to your card quotes. So feel free to have fun and experiment and really take advantage of all the different ways that you can use the CD to come up with lots of different card quotes to embellish your project with.